prior to this, I was watching Deep Space Nine, a Star Trek series on Netflix.
Oh my god, I was watching Star Trek before this.
What one?
You wouldn't like it. It's the movies. It's the new movies.
Yeah, they're okay. They're action movies. They're not
Yeah,
great, but
which is what I like about them.
So yeah, they're not really Star Trek then. It's when I turned off Netflix, right, on the TV, the channel it was on was the guy that goes out into the woods and drinks his own pee. Bear Grylls. It was his show, and I was like, I gotta go to my computer, and he was just about to drink pee. I had to come to the computer and record this podcast instead, Jeff. And you know that's my favorite part is when he drinks the pee.
How close was he to drinking that
He
pee?
was pretty close. I probably could have just waited 30 seconds. I would have seen it.
I mean, I understand, like, you want to see him in those kind of environments, but can't he just, like, in a lab, like a test kitchen for the Food Network,
Yeah.
just go over and show you some of these things?
Yeah, test bathroom. Yeah.
Yeah, and then maybe once a year, you know, maybe he goes out on one of those little adventures where people who are probably well-fed watch him almost die and drink his own pee.
It's just, I don't know. Like, couldn't he spend a bunch of his time filling up canisters of pee, and then he could just drink pee whenever he wants at home? Like, why is he going out into the woods and then televising it? It doesn't make any sense to me.
You can't just bottle something that special and have it all the time. It ruins it.
You can. I've seen people do it.
Bottling pee?
I haven't seen people
do
do it. I've just, I've read stories. Well, not stories, just like stories,
That you've written.
Not that I've written, just I find them on the internet,
Yeah. Through harmless Google searches.
Just, Bear Grylls fan fiction.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he must have fans, but I find it hard to believe.
You know that he has one, me, when he drinks the pee.
Hey, welcome to Heads Up with Jeff and Sean. I am Jeff.
Really like to sneak up on him with that. Hey, I'm Sean.
Yeah, I'm a little sick, so my voice may sound a little weird.
I'm sick too,
but it's still me. Really,
sick and tired of your bullshit. Got him.
Really know how to make someone feel better, That's.
Well, I'm not a fucking doctor. Go to the doctor if you don't feel good. At what point in our almost 20-year friendship have you ever been like, I need to feel better about myself, I should go talk to Sean? None of my friends do that. I'm a real piece of shit.
When I first met you, I knew immediately not to do that, and yet somehow I slip into it occasionally. I forget who I'm talking to.
You must be delirious from your illness. What are you sick from? You drinking your own pee?
No, that's why I got sick.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
drinking water out of bottles. You know what the government does with those.
I know what the government does with tap water, which is why you need to drink water out of bottles. I just don't know what these corporations are doing with the water in the bottles. Everyone's out to get me, and I live in a bunker. The Sean Ryder story.
It's a great title. It's a great title for a book.
It's a series of preemptive memoirs before government assassins killed me.
Gotta stash those on the deep web so they can't find them. The truth is out there, people. You just have to look for it. That's the thing.
No, the truth is in here, in my bunker. That's why the government wants to kill me. Please continue. I'm sorry. I derailed your intro for my nonsensical bullshit, but that is kind of why I'm here, so I don't feel bad at all.
Yeah, you really derailed me. I always nail it usually, and then, on this podcast we're gonna talk about a candy we ate.
Boom. One. What's next?
We're gonna figure out what we should do in the middle.
Right, we're doing a new, different thing. Easily the fourth or fifth middle segment. Just see what fits.
We'll rotate them out. We're gonna rotate them out.
Boom.
We'll try this.
Boom. 2.
But first, I think we're still talking about animals.
Boom. 3.
Well, now it's time to get online through our internet service provider. It'll be cool. Here we go.
Did you look up an animal? We're in the animal segment already.
I did, but what I found I didn't like.
All right.
And we can do it, but I thought maybe you might have one this time.
What did you have there for your...
I read up a little bit about salamanders.
Salamanders. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at a thing about seals right now, but...
Let's do seals.
I literally haven't even skimmed the Wikipedia page. What didn't you like about salamanders? Because now we got to do them.
Oh, they're gross monsters.
Oh.
Yeah, they look disgusting. They have a whole thing they build made out of sperm that they just then put into a female. It's gross.
What is it? One of those plugs?
No, you know what? If I
Is it a copulation
It's a
plug?
No, it's a great term. It also comes with a bunch of nutrients. They consider like a gift to the female, or scientists do that keep talking about it.
The way scientists write about stuff really reveals more about the scientists than it does the animals, huh?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Oh yeah, the salamander loves this gift. She's psyched about getting this semen ball.
This is about 90% of all species. Fertilization is internal. The male typically deposits it looks like sperm metaphor, but I know that's not right, on the ground or in the water. The female picks this up with her vent, which is the grossest term I've heard for animal vagina.
I would just say
packet of-
grossest term I've heard for vagina. Period. I don't know.
You can look at that vent. All right.
I don't want to. Now I don't. You took all the joy out of looking at vents.
This spermatophore has a packet of sperm supported on a conical gelatinous base, and often an elaborate courtship behavior is involved in its deposit and collection. And I was already grossed out by salamanders before I got there.
So why don't you tell me, while I mute my microphone to blow my nose, why don't you just tell me, let's start with the basics, please, instead of their gross sex habits and what pervert scientists decided to call. Like, where do they live, and what are they, and
They're spread across the northern hemisphere, but they also look like they live in South America. There's a giant one that lives in Japan. It's gross. They look gross. They feel gross. I remember picking one up as a kid. I didn't enjoy it. Disgusting.
Now I do need to confirm that you don't mean Godzilla when you say that there's a giant one that lives in Japan.
No, Godzilla, well, okay. Salamanders are amphibians. Godzilla, although he comes from the water, is more scaly, like a lizard.
Well, he's scaly like a lizard, but doesn't he spend extended periods of time underwater?
I don't know if there are lizards that live in water. So he is amphibious. But he doesn't look like he breathes through his skin. It looks like it's very... I don't think it's as big as Godzilla, I guess is what I want to say. They call it the Japanese giant salamander. It's pretty big. It eats crabs, fish, small mammals. Damn. Their defense, because they're slow, their defense is being slimy, so they're hard to get, and they also can secrete poison.
Oh, that second one's pretty good, though.
Yeah. The first thing they mentioned was like, it's slow moving. It might appear vulnerable to predators. They have several effective lines of defense. Mucus coating the damp skin makes them difficult to grasp, and the slimy coating may have an offensive taste or be toxic.
Yeah, I mean, you touched on it, but I don't remember if you said it exactly. How salamanders are amphibious?
Well, some of them spend their entire lives in the water.
Yeah.
But they use their skin much like frogs to breathe, things like that.
It's permeable.
It's
permeable to water, which they can also use for respiration.
Yes. They lay eggs in the water. So we're saying Godzilla is a salamander.
I'm not saying that. I was asking. I just wanted to make sure you weren't making some sort of Godzilla reference.
Because sometimes I take a long time to get to the joke reference. I'll build it up.
I know.
And I say it very flatly.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm well aware. Yes. How long it take you to get around to the joke?
Have you ever encountered a salamander in your?
Yeah. They're pretty gross and slimy. So I'll back that up.
I just I didn't really have a thought about salamanders. Like, oh, I'll look up salamanders. Then I started reading about them. I remembered picking one up as a kid, and I was like, this is gross. This is gross.
Mm-hmm. So what do they eat?
I mean, they'll eat anything they get their hands on.
Yeah. So the Japanese
Insects.
one will eat crabs and fish and small mammals, even.
Yeah.
Other amphibians, so no loyalty. Aquatic insects, that's not.
It says anything of a reasonable size.
Yeah, opportunistic predators. So, oh yeah, the American counterparts will eat earthworms and flies and beetles. I don't know what a leafhopper or a springtail is. Sounds like they should belong in a children's book. Moths, spiders, grasshoppers, mites. Cannibalism sometimes takes place. Thanks, Wikipedia. That's cool. Sorry, every time we learn about another animal, I'm just like, oh, that's how humans aren't. still animals. Like, I don't know. Does the human entry in Wikipedia have the line "cannibalism sometimes takes place"? I mean, it's true. It would apply, but like, I don't know. I guess we're just not all assholes eating each other all the time.
I mean, it's hard out there for a salamander. Times might be tough. He could be in the alive situation of a salamander. Not near any wet ground, hasn't seen any reasonable sized organisms in days. Comes across a little salamander. You don't know what it's like out there.
I do know that nature is filled with little insects and shit, like earthworms and spiders and moths and leafhoppers and springtails.
Do you think...
Hold on, let me just make sure springtail's not a rabbit. No, good. Ugh, God. It's not a rabbit at
You
all.
don't like what you saw? Do you think the salamander finds the other salamander's slimy skin to be hard to get at and offensive in taste?
So I'm reading about springtails because it's a horrifying insect. I need to close this. What was your question?
You think other salamanders find salamander skin offensive in taste and slimy? Or are they used to it?
I don't know.
Do you think the other salamander lets his guard down so it doesn't secrete all that poison until it's too late?
I don't know. How do they catch each other if they're all fucking greased up all the time?
They're also super slow. So I think once you bump into each other, it's on.
Okay. It's just they're trapped by
Yeah.
nearness.
Ew. There's just the picture of a guy. It says underneath it says giant salamanders can grow 6 feet long, and this guy's just picking it up, holding it like an oversized dog.
Yeah.
Ugh. Looks like one of those things from Stranger Things. Ugh, with its mouth closed. Disgusting.
They've got small teeth on their upper and lower jaws, so
Yeah.
real impressive there.
I mean, that's kind of impressive. What's not impressive is some of them don't grow hind legs. So they just have the two front and the long body.
Yeah.
That's not impressive.
Well, they're like part snake, maybe. I don't know.
Just dragging their lower half around. Get it together. And they can regrow limbs. So, just grow those.
Well, you
ones.
can't regrow limbs if you don't have them, right?
I guess that's true.
Unless they bite little holes in. I don't know how it works. I'm not a DNA scientist.
Yeah. Ugh, I can't look away from this picture of this guy holding this giant salamander.
Oh, some terrestrial salamanders catch their prey by flicking out their sticky tongues.
Wow, they're really taking all the good stuff from frogs.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and making it worse by just being gross.
I bet their tongues aren't half as long as a frog's tongue.
I guarantee you, a scientist has measured
Yeah.
with his pants down, just under the table where the salamanders can't see.
Gross.
Scientists are gross.
Well,
That's the heads up official stance. The scientists are nasty.
I never want to think about picking up a salamander again. I picked up a frog as a kid too. Gross. They're all gross.
Yeah, frogs were also... At least frogs were somewhat dry, depending on where you picked them up.
Yeah. If they can lay up to 450 eggs at once,
Yeah.
how come that salamanders aren't everywhere? You know what I mean?
The same reason, because first of all, their neighbor shows up and eats a bunch and is like, cannibalism occurs sometimes.
No way. It says many salamanders are good moms.
Mm-hmm.
They stay with their eggs and even wrap each egg in a leaf to protect it.
Right. So they make 450 pre-wrapped lunches for other salamanders, and then what? They stand on top of them? No, they have to spread them out in a certain area, and because they're slow as hell, the salamander just shows up on the other end of her little egg field and just starts going to town on these things.
Gross.
I agree. You picked a disgusting animal.
Are you on the Wikipedia page still?
Yeah.
Look at that first picture under reproduction and development. What the hell is going on there?
Sierra newt and plexus found in stream at Woolman Semester
The fuck is that?
in Nevada County, California. That looks like... That kind of looks like 3 salamanders getting it on.
Yeah, it looks like something. It's gross.
Well,
These
don't
things-
kink shame them. These
things are flopping around in our water table. I'm turning on the faucet to drink some tap water that's been, infected with chemicals by the government, and now I got to worry about whatever the hell is going on in this picture.
please don't. I want to have these conversations again. The government puts chemicals in the water to make it okay for you to drink, so you don't get fucking Giardia. So they fucking cleaning out all the goddamn salamander mucus when they have their kinky three-ways.
All right. I mean, if you say so.
Yeah, I do. I do say so. Yes.
Oh, they're myths and legend. There's a section for
Well,
that.
not just yet. We're still going. Let's. I'm pumped for it. I'm pumped. Don't get me wrong. I just want to see this camouflage and mimicry, just to see.
Oh.
Right. Some of them cryptic colors to be unnoticeable. Others signal their toxicity by their vivid coloring, which is cool. Thank you. Ooh, gross. Gross. Okay. None of that was really interesting, but
I wish they could mimic things like, rabbits or dogs.
yeah, they're not shapeshifters. They're not nature's little doppelgangers.
They should be.
I wish there was an animal like that. Say a doppelganger. I don't care. I don't care about the rest of this. Let's go to myths and legends. Let's go. Salamanders unharmed by fire. A little picture.
Oh, is that really?
1350s.
Oh, no, myths and legends. I'm sorry.
Myth and
I was
legend.
like, really?
No, yeah, not a picture of salamanders being immune to fire. They're not tiny red dragons either. Stop trying to make me play Dungeons and Dragons on this podcast. Or flip it. Can that just be the middle part now? Can we just get 2 more people and just make this a D&D podcast? Bookended by animal talk and candy talk?
Yeah. It's related to fire because it likely originates from many salamanders dwelling inside rotting logs.
Yeah.
Man, people were dumb.
Some idiot peasant would throw the log on the fire and then a salamander would come up and be like, what the fuck are you burning my house for?
It's like, see that? Rotting wood and fire make little dragons.
He just popped out of there. He couldn't have been there before. I looked in every nook and cranny of this log. I'm a peasant scientist learning about logs. Welcome to the Dark Ages. What's concrete? We don't know how to make it anymore. All right, just putting the Dark Ages on blast. Just letting that whole time period, let them know what I think. Not a high opinion.
Real embarrassing for those
Real
people.
embarrassing. Lived during that time.
This picture looks like a warrior fighting a giant salamander.
Was that the next one?
Yeah, the next picture.
Yeah, it kind of looks like the salamander's kicking his ass, honestly. It looks like this guy is on his back.
He came home just beat up by a regular guy, and he had to save face.
Oh, it was like a huge...
So
yeah.
I don't know. I'd assume it's pretty easy to kill a salamander. I'm never gonna try it because I'm not a psychopath, but I assume they're.
And that's why you don't have a career in science.
Oh my god, would you drink salamander brandy?
Probably.
Really?
Why? Where is it?
It's right underneath that.
Oh, salamander brandy. Ooh, yeah. Hallucinogenic with aphrodisiac effects.
Aphrodisiac. It always makes me think something. It's just not. They just need to tag that on and be like, yeah, you'll be more sexual. Just drink it. Just drink it.
Probably they'll be
Great.
hallucinating so hard.
Ugh, you put several live salamanders in a barrel of fermenting fruit.
Yeah, they secrete toxic mucus because they're stimulated by the alcohol. They secrete the toxic
eventually
mucus
die.
in defense and eventually die. I feel like...
Can you just?
Isn't
there a way to milk them like you would snake venom? Do you have to just drop them in the jar?
What if you just...
with the fruit?
I was going to say, what if you just, put him in a jar with fruit and left his head uncovered? And then he'd be like, whoa, oh no. This alcohol is going to kill me. And then you take him out after. And then you can reuse him.
Yeah. Do they not like fruit? Couldn't they just eat the fruit and then it wouldn't ferment?
Oh boy, I think you're right with this aphrodisiac stuff because besides causing hallucinations, the neurotoxins present in the brew were said to cause extreme sexual arousal. Okay, so your brain is melting. You're just severely poisoning yourself.
I mean, can't you just go around licking salamanders and get the same thing, but without the fruit taste? You know what I mean? If you're in it to get high.
Well, just because you're in it to get high doesn't mean you have to punish yourself by tasting the salad. Why not make it a fruity... You've seen me at bars buy the fruitiest, girliest drinks, right?
Yeah.
Guess what? It's amazing. I also drink whiskey straight because I'm comfortable in my masculinity. But
Of course.
I don't feel the need to publicize that when I'm out in public and I want a complex drink that I don't want to make at home. It tastes better when someone else mixes it for you and puts all the fruit and stuff, the little umbrella.
Yes, they pull out all the dead salamanders from earlier, so you don't see them when you drink.
Jeff, if you gave me brandy and were like, this has neurotoxins, I'd drink it.
Yeah.
I'd try it. What if it's amazing? What if it's amazing?
Yeah, you're gonna get real messed up and super horny.
Yeah.
Sean, drink this.
I'd be like, fucking, where'd you buy it? I need more. That sounds awesome.
Ugh.
If you brought a bottle to my house and was like, this just has neurotoxins in it, I'd probably still drink it.
I wonder if you can get salamander brandy.
What if you could just
in the
buy
US?
neurotoxins? Probably not, right? Thanks, ISIS. And that's it? I won't talk more about them.
They are ruining our friends.
I want to. You know I want to, but we're not going to. Salamanders. Are we done with salamanders?
I'm done with salamanders.
Are we
yeah.
done with salamander brandy?
I won't drink it, but if we can buy it, I'll buy it.
There's the later research by Slovenian anthropologist something. Well, no, Miha Kozarog. That is an awesome last name. It also
What else does she
also
do?
sounds like something a really, really drunk, really, really horny person would slur. Later research paints a very different picture. Salamander and brandy appear to have been traditionally seen as an adulterant. One which...
I didn't mean to shoot you, baby. I was high off salamander
No,
toxins.
not like that kind of adulterant. No.
Like it was at bar mitzvahs or something?
No.
Oh, hold on, let me guess one more thing.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
It's like contaminated.
Oh, gotcha.
It's like a thing that wouldn't normally be in the thing. But then the last note says it was also used as a term of slander. And I don't know how. That guy's full of salamander brandy, maybe.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. He sopped up on salamander brandy.
Well, let me see if I can get to this study. Hopefully it's not written in Slovenian or whatever. Oh, cool. Yeah. All right. I will read you later. Let me download this. Jeff, in addition to being comfortable with my masculinity, I'm also something of a Renaissance man, okay? Like to enjoy a wide variety of topics on a wide variety of subjects.
I see. You really are the total package.
Thank you. Thank you. That's the secret third section. It's a personal ad for me. So.
Just got back, sweaty from the gym, horny off neurotoxins.
Took a
Reading
shower.
Renaissance articles.
You don't take neurotoxins before the gym, obviously. What's next?
Is that what I'm missing?
What's next? We're done with salamanders. Stop trying to bring it back to salamanders. If you talk any more about salamanders, I get to talk about ISIS. That's the deal. Move to the next segment. The next segment is a new thing that you wanted to do.
Yeah.
You explain it. You tell everyone about it. You defend it with your life.
Well, I found some articles on the internet that I thought would be interesting to share here and to get our opinions on it.
So we're making an audiobook of internet articles right now.
Yeah, the first segment brought to you by Wikipedia.
Sounds pretty good.
And then these ones, we'll credit the article and its writer and its website.
So let me ask you this. You sent me 2 internet articles. Mm-hmm. Technically, you sent me an article from the Washington Post and the link to a Kickstarter. It's not quite an article, but I enjoyed it, so thank you. What are they related? Are they supposed to be related?
None of these things are related. No,
Okay.
I thought these were good. If we're gonna spin off a bunch of segments to kind of filter in and out as we see fit. One could be interesting news stories, one can be about conspiracy theories, and one can be about things people are trying to Kickstarter.
Yeah, another one could just be about ISIS. We could just cover news about ISIS and just talk about kind of what ISIS.
Listen,
I'm just saying, as long as you're pitching ideas.
Sean, I would like to apologize for lashing out at you about ISIS the last podcast.
Jeff, here's the thing. I'm not mad about it. I actually just want to talk about ISIS, okay?
And we can have a segment dedicated to ISIS. I'm willing to do
It's
that.
on the table. It's on.
Yeah,
I
it's out there.
already read these articles. We'll look at these things that you wanted to do, but it's just on the table. I just wanted to say.
Okay.
All right.
All right. It's out there.
All right. Do you own a gun?
It's out there. I do not own a gun. No.
All right.
Should I? What have you heard?
No, I just when the government comes for you, I don't know how you're gonna fight them off.
Well, I filtered out all their chemicals from their tap water, so I won't be as easily controlled as the rest of the
That's
people.
why they're gonna come for you. There's really no room in my bunker. So don't come here. All right. What do you want to talk about first?
I want to talk about this this samurai sword.
All right. So the article that Jeff sent me is about a woman who tried to kill her boyfriend with a samurai sword,
So
which
good.
already I'm pulled in.
Yeah.
I think the Washington Post could have changed a little bit about the title. Right?
Yes.
It sounds like a pitch for a bad episode of television, like CSI Miami or something.
I read this article, and it was literally my favorite thing of the last month. And I had to go back and just make sure it was actually from the Washington Post. I thought it was made up.
Yeah.
Just how it's written, amazing.
Was the Washington Post the only place that covered it, or?
I mean, this is the only article I needed.
All right.
I mean, who wrote this? Kyle Swenson from the Washington Post.
Yeah. Let me ask you.
You're my favorite writer of all time.
Did you look into his credentials at all before you decided to?
No.
Okay. I did.
I
He's
assume-
an actual journalist.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I figured the Washington Post is hiring reputable people, and if not, there would have been a retraction. But
Yeah. Well, you say that, but I think the Atlantic just hired some guy who has some pretty severe opinions about women.
don't we all have severe opinions about women? Depends on which direction.
I feel like I'm pretty mellow about it, but
You really shouldn't laugh at someone trying to kill somebody else with a samurai sword. And I wouldn't have found this article so funny if they hadn't got so many quotes from the guy who was attacked with a samurai sword.
yeah. So, what are the facts of the case, Judge?
So this girl, they've been dating for 2 years, and she finds Tinder on this guy's phone.
Is that confirmed?
And, that is confirmed.
That is,
yeah.
are you no? Well, because I kept reading it, and it was never like this guy definitely had Tinder on his phone. It just seemed to be like everyone was just saying like, she said she found it on his phone, but no one told me.
She found a red hair in the tub. Her hair is dyed green.
Yeah.
And so she goes to the mall, picks up a samurai sword and a couple of knives, tapes them to the side of the bed. Very sneaky. Very sneaky. And then waits for him to fall asleep, uses her phone to light up the area for better aim, just starts hacking the guy
Yeah,
with a samurai sword.
yeah. Now you'd usually think that would mean someone would be dead, right?
Yeah, oh, for sure. Any normal person absolutely would be dead.
Sleeping, defenseless. But not this guy. Not this professional gamer, martial art
Yeah.
enthusiast, I'll say.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would just, I know you liked this quote as much as I did because, according to this man, I was able to Wing Chun my way to survival.
Yeah. Wing Chun my way to survival, yeah.
It's a Chinese martial art.
Because right before that, his, survival instincts kicked in, mainly martial arts training and all the kung fu films he had watched.
Yeah.
That's how he was able to Wing Chun it out.
Yeah.
She was mad, this quote, he played too many video games, she would explain.
Okay, but yeah, here's the thing though. The news story also says that he's known as Biggie, first of all.
Yeah.
So he's in his local gamer scene. So he has like a name he uses and is known, which, as far as I'm concerned, is borderline criminal activity.
Well, he plays 12 to 13 hours a day.
That was the thing I was saying. That's okay. Well, I mean, now I'm kind of in the middle. At first, I was on his side. He's asleep. He's attacked with a samurai sword. Okay, it seems like he's the victim. 12 to 13 hours a day playing video games.
He definitely doesn't smell good.
Well, I mean, I think, yeah. I don't know.
It's really thing like it just, he's so happy about this though, being attacked with a samurai sword. I was just so proud of beating the samurai wannabe crazy lady with hate in her heart. I've been preparing my whole life for something like this.
Both direct quotes. Yeah, he it was pretty clear to me that he has the mythology of himself he's created leans very strongly towards the anime. Okay?
Yeah.
He defended himself, with his Wing Chun.
Yeah. Wing Chun it out of
He's the hero of the story. To him, I don't think he's the hero of the story, but
he fought her off, and by fought her off means he grabbed her and begged for his life until she had second thoughts and called the police on herself, and he was laying in a pool of his own blood.
Yeah.
That's how well he was. But I wasn't a sweaty nerd, more of an athlete.
yeah, the portmanteau electronic athlete, which is, let's just be clear, not a thing. No, I don't care how sweaty you get when you're using cool wrist moves to get headshots in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. You are not an athlete, my friend.
Oh, shit.
In an interview with police after the attack, the lady, who is 30, admitted she was frustrated with her boyfriend for staying glued to his game. Then she discovered he was unfaithful. See, again, it says, according to the affidavit, she told police she discovered Tinder, the dating app, on his phone. It doesn't say he had Tinder on his phone.
Yeah.
Because this is an important... If he did, though, again, I'm a little bit more on her side. She shouldn't... Yes,
Yeah.
she should not have tried to murder him.
Oh, yeah.
She's
no,
in the
for
wrong.
sure.
She should go to jail. This was premeditated murder.
Absolutely. Yeah, she had a week she was thinking about it before she did it.
Right. But that's a week of, I just woke up, and my boyfriend just woke up, and now he's going to go play PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds for 12 hours. Literally sun up to sundown.
Okay? He denies he was unfaithful. I barely had time to hang out with my girlfriend, let alone another girl. I didn't see it coming, but it makes sense that it happened. She obviously didn't want anyone else to have me. So, samurai sword.
He did have time to hang out with his girlfriend, though, and he chose to play video games instead.
He's a competitive video game player, Sean, okay? He probably was making money from it, all right? That was his job.
Is that so? Where in the article does it say that? Because here's the thing. I did indeed read it again. Looking for that specific information. He's an active member. I'm at the GoFundMe page for him. There's a GoFundMe page.
I didn't go there.
Jeff, come on.
Go there.
Jeff.
I should have.
Jeff.
You're right. No, you're right.
Where were your reporter's instincts? How could you not want to know more about this story?
It was just like a lovely little gem, and I read it over and over again. I loved it.
An active member of the competitive PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds video game community. So first of all, 20 years ago, I feel like I would have been attacked for saying that phrase. Probably not with a samurai sword, but I hate that this is a thing.
He can't make much money from it because he needed the GoFundMe, and he needed $10,000, and first 10 days only made about $2,000, so it's tough.
Well, so let me tell you that the GoFundMe is at $8,300 out of $10,000
Wow.
as a goal. Let me also, I don't know if you said you haven't been here?
No.
Okay. There are some comments. Let's
What is this guy's name? I gotta click on this stupid.
So if you go the Washington Post, where you go to the paragraph that says known as Biggie in his local gamer scene. The local gamer scene is a hyperlink that will take you to the GoFundMe page.
Oh, I saved this as a PDF and highlighted it.
Oh man. Okay. Here, you want me to drop?
I got it.
You got it?
I got it. I'm
Okay.
in.
Go ahead and read that second comment down.
After reading this article, you're a douchebag and you deserve what you got, pussy boy.
Yeah, that is the second comment on his. Here's the thing. It's not him though. It's someone else on behalf of him.
Yeah.
Who is just saying, and you probably haven't had time. We are unaware of his financial situation or any of the costs associated with him being in his current state.
It's true.
So they don't even know if he needs the money.
Right. That's.
There's some other comments. This guy played video games for 11 hours a day. Did he not have a job, or was he depending on his girlfriend? And then he downloads a dating app, not condoning what she did, but come on now, it's sad adults still act like teens. Keep training in PlayerUnknown's Battleground, martial arts, and Tinder. So we should say, I mean, I'm laughing at the guy, but he did she severed 3 of his fingers.
For sure, yeah.
He was definitely bleeding to death before she called
Yep.
911.
Yeah.
And let's be balanced, Jeff.
Yeah, go ahead.
In any other story, she'd be the hero for calling 911, okay?
Yeah. True. And I mean, when you think about it, I mean, isn't the outcome more important, right? Like, my favorite quote of this article is from him where he says, "The feeling I had when I won the fight with my bare hands is just absolutely the best feeling.
Yeah.
I've played all the sports, won big games, landed some decent tricks on my snowboard. This was better." He enjoyed this. It gave him a sense of accomplishment.
Yeah.
I think it's a wash. I think maybe time served, maybe parole.
Yeah, here's the thing. How long did she date the dude? Because that's definitely time served. That's definitely time served.
It was 2 years.
I've landed some decent tricks on my snowboard. That's...
So good.
Yeah, I've played all the sports.
It's one of those big trophies.
Won big games.
It's hard because I keep making fun of him, but
It's
he is a victim of violence.
He's a victim of hilarious crime is the problem, which I wish was a category on a lot of news sites. It's a little button that says hilarious crime, and I could click it, and it would be a lot of stuff from Florida. I'm sure we are all familiar with the adventures of Florida Man, but...
Biggie, I hope you survive and your hands are put back together in a way where you can continue to dominate these esports.
All right. I don't really give a shit about him. I hope Emily gets out soon.
Yes, Emily, we're pulling for you, girl.
Pulling for it. If she had a GoFundMe for her defense fund, I might chip in.
Oh yeah.
She needs to train on her Wing Chun.
Yeah. How could she be so easily out Wing Chun? She had a samurai sword and 2 knives.
Look, here's the thing. It is premeditated, but it's not very well premeditated.
No.
Okay? Because it's very clear that she had to buy a samurai sword because of this dude's personality. You know he's into samurai swords.
Yeah.
You know he probably talks about them in the 5 minutes a day he allots for his girlfriend's interaction time. And she had to be like, I'm going to fucking kill this guy with a samurai sword.
He's always pictured himself as Tom Cruise from The Last Samurai.
Yep. Just going on about honor and duty.
Most of his t-shirts are Samurai Jack based.
They've got a don't drag an adequate television show into this. Samurai Jack's not bad.
No, it's good. I'm just saying.
Did you see the remake, the new one?
No, is it good?
No, I haven't seen it either.
Nah.
Who's got the time? Too many video games to play. It's easily 12, 13 hours a day.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. But...
I'm just the dichotomy of quote, I've been preparing my whole life for something like this, end quote, with the facts of I got her in a bear hug and told her if she didn't call 911 I was gonna die.
Yeah. Really seemed like she abandoned this plan that was premeditated and she shouldn't do much time. I don't know. But
it was, I think it was just a, look, it doesn't matter what I say. At this point, I just don't want her to go to jail because this sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Ideal case, yes, she would have just dumped him and he could have dedicated, I don't know, 16 hours a day to playing video games. Who knows?
Exactly. She could have moved on with her life. Would have been great, But here's the thing. I mean, you have a samurai sword. You have a sleeping boyfriend. You have your phone light to guide you. I feel like a samurai sword is a impale kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I think they're slashing weapons, Jeff.
I'm sorry. I've seen people impaled in movies with samurai swords.
Yeah. I think they're really more about slashing, but I'm not an expert in the martial arts.
It's hard. You couldn't just confront him. He's denied these kind of things in the past, okay?
I think... Is she going to get the samurai sword back so she can train with it?
I mean, it is her property.
I think they keep stuff like that. I don't think you're allowed to have it back.
Well, once we get her acquitted, she can have all her stuff
Well,
back.
here's the thing. She had 2 knives. She probably bought 2 samurai swords and then just never used the second one.
Ooh, true.
Maybe she was anticipating a protracted anime-style battle because he kept talking about how he's been training for something like this his whole life. And when she woke up and attacked him, she just hacked some fingers off. That's why she changed her mind.
Which classic anime cry did you think he let out as he went to Bear Hugger?
Oh, I don't know. There's so many good ones. Oh.
This isn't even my final form.
Yeah, his final form comes with a couple hundred stitches to get his fingers back on. All right, he is the victim, though. All right.
Yeah, please. Everyone, just stop making fun of him.
He is the victim. He is the victim. Yep.
Spend a little more time cleaning our shower drain and less time playing video games. This wouldn't have happened. How about this self-taught rocket scientist who's a flat earther? So he's a 61-year-old limo driver turned daredevil. This is from The Telegraph by Mark Malloy.
Malloy, yep.
He wanted to prove that the Earth was flat, so I figured the best way to do that was to go ahead and build a steam-powered rocket, shoot himself up into the atmosphere, so he could look at the Earth look at the Earth himself, and see that it was flat.
And what's his conclusion?
He didn't really make it that far up.
Yep.
But he landed safely. He was a little banged up.
Yeah.
He's gonna feel it in the morning.
Safely? Because there's a picture here of him being taken away by EMTs.
They were checking him out, just making sure.
Really?
61 years old.
Because they're pulling him up into the van. I feel like if an EMT checks you out to make sure you're okay, they just check you out to see if you're okay. They don't cart you off to the hospital.
He made it 1,800 feet into the air, Sean.
Uh-huh.
He could have just been on an airplane and looked out the window.
Well, that's what they want you to do.
It's how they make those windows on the planes, make it look like the Earth is round.
That's right. And you're way up there. If you're up in the sky, you're close to where chemtrails are dropped by the government. So you get all, oh, I can't see straight. Oh, it looks like there's a curve on the Earth.
So is his long-term aim of proving the Earth is flat. He's been a flat earther who spent around $20,000 pursuing this rocket dream since 2016. So, I mean, it's really kind of a new endeavor he's been working on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not really a lifelong dream here. Just kind of a...
Yeah. It's a whim. He didn't figure out how the internet worked and got tricked by a couple of websites. But, he wanted to push himself into space because he was tired of people saying that he chickened out and didn't build a rocket. I'm tired of that stuff. I manned up and did it. You're 61. Take it easy. You know what I mean? There's plenty of other things. What books did he read and self-teach himself to be a rocket scientist?
Baby's first rocket science book.
I launched some of those little toy rockets that you light up. Painted it myself.
Yeah.
Figured, next step, I'm going to put me in there.
Same principle. Exact same principle.
Same principle. Like, if he can't trust pictures of the Earth taken by someone else, I mean, you got to get up there. You got to get up there and see it yourself. So I'm assuming he thought he was going to be higher than airplanes.
Let me ask you this. Does he think he's the first person to get up there and see for himself? Because we've had people on the moon.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, Sean, I don't know if you've heard this, but on the internet they're saying that was faked.
Oh, yeah, the televised moon landing was faked. Of course it was. That doesn't mean we haven't had people up there. And by we, I mean they, the government.
You know how much it costs me to get Comcast to push TV from their office that's 5 miles away to my home? Imagine sending TV from the moon to Earth. How much that costs?
They taped it with
Okay.
VCR tapes and then just brought those back. Idiot. Everyone knows that. Let me ask you this. This guy's been single his whole life, right? Because if he hadn't been, I'm pretty sure someone would have tried to kill him with a rocket, maybe.
Am I glad I did it? Yeah, I guess.
I'm just saying, right? Like, if he
So
was dating
dumb.
someone, I'm pretty sure she would have woken up one night
Yeah.
and, like, taken out her rocket and 2 tiny rockets from that she had taped to the side of the bed and shot them at him.
Until he wing chunned himself out.
Oh,
of
no, man. This is a different story. He would have, like, Neo dodged them, like in The Matrix.
Oh man, I want to know who this guy looks up to. Who are his heroes? Right.
I think he looks up to the sky. Okay. It's the only way he's going to find out if the Earth is flat, which I'm pretty sure the ancient world had proved it was not.
He spent spent all his time looking up rocket science when he could have been like, how to prove the Earth is round.
Yeah, he could have taken, I don't know, like a single geology course.
He could have taken several leisurely cruises to continent to see if he fell off the edge at one point until he made his way back.
I don't know if I have not gone very deep down this flat earther hole, but it's not like Discworld. It's not like Terry Pratchett's Discworld where like the ocean falls off the side and loops back around. The maps
is
they
it like
have are like there's mountains all around that people haven't climbed, so they can't prove it.
Oh.
Yeah, checkmate. Checkmate, Jeff. Mountains are in the way. That's why you can't see the edge. I bet you feel pretty fucking dumb now, don't you?
Because everyone who's a flat earther just landlocked. Like they've never been to like the beach and watched stuff like go over the horizon line.
I feel like they're probably just crazy crackpots who are idiots. And I that's probably like the 1% of people who actually believe the Earth is flat, and then the 99% are other people having fun, just having a good laugh about it.
He could have looked up, I don't know, weather balloon technology and like a GoPro, and just tracked it and sent that up. Looked at
you
it.
think the
sent it
government
back
can't
down.
trick cameras? Come on, man. That's what happens. That's part of what chemtrails are for, is to warp photographs. Creates a special kind of refraction that makes stuff look round.
Cameras, you can't trust them. It's all mirrors.
It's all mirrors and stuff.
Last year, he had to postpone a takeoff attempt
I remember this, yeah.
from an abandoned runway in the ghost town of Amboy due to his motorhome / rocket launcher breaking down and problems with getting a permit.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't really seem like you're ever going to get a permit to turn your motorhome into a rocket.
A rocket launcher, okay?
Yeah, sorry.
He built the rocket separately.
Yeah, sorry.
He would just launch it from his motorhome.
Yeah.
I want to go up into space, 62 miles up, to settle this thing once and for all for people who want to know.
I don't know. First of all, I don't know how that would settle it. Because we've already settled it. We've already got cameras up there. The fuck do you
Yeah.
think Google Earth is? Or Yahoo Maps? Maybe that's more your speed? MapQuest?
If AOL had only come out with a mapping software.
I know. Phew.
And then he says he's been working on this rocket for a couple of years, and he says, I cannot disprove it after my months of research.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it seems like... Wow, yeah. I forget what the ancient world experiment was. Like, what it was called.
Yeah.
It was just like the guy was up north, and he measured, like, the distance of a shadow of a pole he stuck in the ground.
Yeah.
And he walked a couple days south and measured it again. It was like, there is an appreciable difference here,
Right.
indicating a curve of the Earth.
Yeah.
Boom. Done. Thank God I, some sort of Greek probably, never have to worry about my descendants being total fucking morons.
Or like the shadow of the Earth during an eclipse, like on the moon, is round.
No, it's like 2 dinner plates eclipsing each other, Jeff. Come on. Come on. You know that. Don't play dumb here. Play dumb with me. Can we just have 2 separate societies? Can there just be another society? We'll call them the Morlocks.
Yeah.
They can live underground. Okay?
Well, they can't put their society too deep; they'd fall out the bottom.
That's how thick do flat earthers think the Earth is?
I don't know.
Yeah. Then it's not flat, is it?
No. How do time zones work if the Earth is flat?
Well, the same.
Shouldn't the sun be so far away that it's just...
Well, no, the sun is much smaller
Shining
than you
down?
think it is, but it orbits the Earth, of course.
Oh, right. How can it orbit a flat disk?
What do you mean?
Doesn't orbit go around something?
Yeah, it goes around a flat disk. I don't understand what your problem with this logic here is.
So
I'll demonstrate for you next time I come down. I just have a plate and a ball ready, and we'll smooth this whole thing out.
I'll get a pizza. You can share it that way.
Yes. Excellent.
Who lives on the underside then? Because if it gets sun on the underside,
Well, those people, we don't know those people.
should we?
Maybe we can't get to them. There's mountains, Jeff. There's mountains in the way.
Oh my God, is that Middle Earth?
How are we gonna get there if there's mountains in the way? Boy, you sound real fucking dumb.
How tall are these mountains?
I don't know. No one's ever climbed them. We can't know. It's impossible.
I don't. It just seems implausible to me that the Earth is flat, but I don't know. I've been indoctrinated. I
That's
guess.
because it's not flat. Unless maybe the sun is a disc. Maybe
If we're flying through space, Sean, then how come I don't feel like I'm moving very fast?
That's a good question. All right, next story. Here's the thing. I know the conclusion of this guy's story. He dies in a rocket explosion.
Eventually.
And I feel bad for the people who are helping him do this. I feel bad for the movement that decided
Yeah.
this was a thing that should happen. I feel bad.
People that are making him feel like a chicken.
Yep. I feel bad for his
in
cats,
space.
whose idiot owner will get himself blown up one day. This whole story just bummed me out.
Sorry.
Wish I hadn't read it now. So the last one is the Kickstarter.
Yeah, let's look at this Kickstarter for Slice of Sauce.
Slice of sauce.
It's already reached its funding goal and then some.
It's almost $10,000 over its $15,000 goal.
People want these dry slices of ketchup.
So this company, by which I mean this very white woman and some guy who used to be her boss, are making slices of ketchup.
True.
So imagine beef jerky and then make it gooey ketchup, and it kind of looks like it's in between those somewhere.
Looks like if fruit by the foot came in ketchup flavor.
That is a better analogy. It looks like a slice of liver. It's very red, purple, brown.
Well, it's all natural, Sean. All natural stuff is red and brown.
Yeah. So I'm glad I watched their video, which was terrible, but I'm glad that they had the writing stuff underneath it in the actual Kickstarter, because they make the point to say that we are not individually wrapped. Now, first of all, I think
really?
they mean, unless the ketchup slices are talking to me, I think they mean our slice of sauces are not individually wrapped, but I'll let it slide.
It does, in the video where they're pulling one apart, it does look like it's individually wrapped. But
exactly. Thank you.
if you pledge $10, Sean, you can get an 8-pack of individual slices. That's $10 worth of ketchup to go on 8 separate burgers. And then you can buy another packet of slice of sauce instead of buying one bottle of ketchup for 3 years.
So this was my next question. What demand does this fill?
You know, if you're, on the go, always packing your own lunches, you open up your little sandwich baggie and all the ketchup's everywhere. Oh, you get your hands all messy.
That has never once happened. Unless you put an obscene amount of ketchup, it doesn't get everywhere, end quote.
What about those uneven squirts, Sean? It's not mixed well.
Shake the bottle a little bit. These problems have been solved.
But Sean, they'll have other flavors, like barbecue slices.
Yeah.
I assume mayonnaise slices. I don't know.
Oh boy, they've got me sold there. Can't wait to put a slice of mayonnaise on my sandwich.
It looks like they put a slice into the grilled cheese, and it still looks pretty solid.
That was my other concern. What is the consistency? Because I did not see anybody biting into one as a demonstration.
Gross. They're still in the beta phase. They wouldn't bite into it. Are you kidding?
I see a lot of Instagram-style pictures of this food, and there's the one that I hate. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. So it's, as far as I can tell, it's these two people. It's this white woman and this white guy, I guess. He looks like he's got, I don't know,
He's ambiguous.
ambiguous.
Yeah, he's
I say white
ambiguous.
woman because she's very, very clearly.
She's got the smile of an oblivious white person.
Thank you. Yes,
For sure.
she's at a bare minimum upper middle class and has been
Yeah.
all her life, and has decided to walk away from the business world. It's unclear what she
Yeah.
did. I know
Walk away from the business world to start my own business
it's
of sauce slices.
yeah. No, that's okay. Background in finance, sales, and supply chain management. Okay,
So, laundering money for drug cartels. Got
well,
it.
that's what finance is. Sales is legit, depending on what you're selling. Hopefully not drugs. Supply chain management is kind of interesting. As a Renaissance man, I've learned a little bit about it, but I don't want to brag. So the picture, the picture that irritates me is the one of them in the kitchen, and
Yeah,
it's
looking over a
looking
pot.
over a pot, and he's still wearing his long sleeve button up, like polo shirt with
Yeah.
with the apron over it, which is not a thing anybody wears ever. That's not a style. He's got a little. It's like a little peace bracelet tied around his arm.
Yeah, like a little leather strap bracelet.
Yeah. And her eyes totally closed.
Yeah. Best opportunity for a picture. I gotta get this pot that you can't see anything inside of real clean, real crisp.
Okay, here's the thing. It also looks like he's stirring it with a whisk. So,
And then what do they roll it out on cookie sheets? I don't know what's going on.
right, to be fair, I don't know how to make a slice of ketchup. Or clearly I would have started my own business
For sure.
with my former boss, I guess.
I mean, you say she's upper middle class, but they had to make this test kitchen
Mm-hmm.
in this guy's garage. So
Right, did they?
that's what they said.
That is what they said. That's true. That is what they said.
Although he does have a garage,
So,
enough for a test kitchen. So it's got electrical.
but you watched the same video I did, right? Where are they when they start this interview?
Yeah, it looks like a very nice kitchen.
That's a very,
Super
very
nice
nice kitchen.
They just have shelves, no cabinets, with all the clean plates stacked nicely.
Yeah.
You know.
There's a picture of her stirring that same pot, right? With the same whisk.
Yeah.
Does that look like somebody's garage?
No.
No, that looks like a professional kitchen, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But look at all the fresh and amazing produce. I didn't know green peppers and celery went into ketchup.
Do they?
I don't know. They certainly every picture has them chopping a green pepper.
Yeah.
If it's not over this pot.
Well, here's the thing. They totally don't. There's a list of what their ingredients are. Vine-ripened tomato puree, distilled vinegar, cane sugar, psyllium husk, fruit pectin, kosher salt, onion powder, garlic powder.
That sounds more like ketchup.
I don't hear anything about green peppers. So they've got a lot of feel-good imagery with their
Yeah.
green peppers. I see them picking
That's right.
out, it looks like broccoli, at a market together. There's another picture. Yep, the guy is holding 2 green peppers while she chops something. I think leeks or celery.
Yeah.
Again, neither of which are in. Maybe this was the experiment phase, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, green
They're like,
peppers.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
you're right. Wow.
If we're gonna dry out all this ketchup, I think we're gonna need broccoli.
They're taking out the slices. Oh, yeah, that is hard to peel off from the other slice.
Yeah. It's got to. If they're not individually wrapped, they should be.
It looks like they've got pieces of plastic between them. So they're not technically wrapped. They're just individually separated.
You get 16 slices of plastic with every 8 slices of sauce.
Wow, yeah, that grilled cheese they just made in this video, those slices are nothing. They don't even look warmed up.
It will last up to a year in a pantry. No need to refrigerate.
Well, how long do you think fucking ketchup lasts in the bottle? Come on.
Well, you refrigerate it after you open it.
After you open it? But once you open it, you're eating fries every day. I mean, I assume that's what people do. That's what I do. Why have you not? You haven't backed this, have you?
No, I don't. I don't like regular ketchup. I'm not
You
gonna
don't
like it in a slice.
Ketchup?
I don't like condiments, man.
I've seen you eat fries though. What do you eat them with?
I eat them dry, forcing down my gullet.
Don't say it so aggressively. I don't need that.
Sorry, I just felt like really attacked for not liking condiments.
Yeah, I was attacking you. You should have felt attacked. All right. Well, if you're not gonna back it, I will.
Are you gonna back it? You gonna get yourself 8 slices?
Yeah, I'm gonna get ourselves 8 slices, buddy.
All right, I'll try it, but I'm not happy about it. I wonder if they'll make slice of sauce like spaghetti sauce eventually, and just put a slice of spaghetti sauce over your spaghetti.
All right, kids, here's dinner. Here's your individual slices of sauce.
Yeah.
I only want half, and I want you to cut my slice triangular.
Have little thin slices of meatballs inside the sauce.
Sally, I cut your slice once. I'm not cutting another. You're taking that, or you're getting no sauce slice.
It's gonna be on pizza. It's gonna be great.
Estimated delivery June 2018.
There's a comment section here, and Lee Hadron, 20 hours ago, just threw some massive shade at slice of sauce here.
Read it to me,
Although
because I'm too busy in the middle of pledging right now. Okay?
Although I came up with this idea circa 2013, I'm not going to hold it against you.
Oh my God.
If you need further suggestions, proper viscosity, etc., give me a holler.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Should have acquired those patents, Lee.
That is something else. Oh, I could tweet about how I supported this. Put it up on Facebook. Hey guys, just bought some slices of ketchup. I'm hip. I'm with it. Oh no, Jeff, I'm teetering on the rabbit hole, and this time it's not talking about ISIS.
ISIS hates condiments.
Yeah, so I hear, Jeff. So Kickstarter now thinks I want to back just any dumb shit food idea that is on Kickstarter. Michelin star chef approved dairy-free butter. 72-hour pizza dough delivered to your door.
What?
Both of those are over their goals. Wow. Do you think everyone who bought those also has a podcast?
Yeah, they're talking about
They're
it.
talking about them. All right, so I should be getting this in June. So we'll have a little barbecue, right? We only have 8 slices. So between now and then, and by the way, after we eat this, that's what we're doing instead of the candy segment. We'll be talking about this slice of thing that I made you eat.
Okay.
I'm sorry, that's just how it has to be.
It will be on like a burger.
Yeah, we're not just going to eat the slices. Nobody just eats ketchup. I'm so mad you asked that question.
Well, nobody's had it in a slice form before.
God.
You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
I just want the raw taste. I want to know what it is. You know, I'll put it on. Fine, I'll put it on a burger.
I'll
It's fine.
put it in your mouth. Fucking asshole.
Slice of cheese. Slice of cheese. Slice of ketchup.
Where's the comment? Oh, they do tabs, right? It says I'm a backer, but it won't let me. Oh no, here are the tabs underneath that.
Are you gonna leave a comment?
I might after we have some.
You should tell Lee that you came up with that idea in 2010, and that you're not gonna hold it against him. That he's not holding it against these people.
Lee, I just bought some, but I feel like I should include you. Do you want me to mail you $1? You did have the idea first, buddy. So.
Yeah. You were super high.
Oh my God, this woman's name is also Emily.
Is that important for slices?
The samurai sword woman was named Emily.
Oh, really?
Jeff, there is a connection.
Everything's connected.
It's my mildly on the spectrum brain looking for patterns. So I guess, okay, here's the thing. I guess people named Emily are probably just free thinkers, you know? They're not, you can't keep them in a box. Whether it's attacking your boyfriend with the samurai sword or equally harmful, putting ketchup in slices.
What if you love these ketchup slices? You're going to be stuck buying expensive slices of ketchup.
Yeah, but I'll be on board then, so I'll turn it like, oh, these are all natural. Oh, you guys eat ketchup out of a bottle? Oh.
Gross.
Gross. What do you do when it sprays everywhere because it's uneven?
What happens when Heinz gets a whiff of this and they shut this down? You know what I mean?
Have you ever gotten a whiff of ketchup? It's pretty nasty. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's gross. That's why I don't eat it.
So this doesn't require refrigeration. That's the best temperature to have condiments. Is room temperature. That's really
goes great with room temperature lemonade.
Just wait till they get fucking mayo slices. You know what? I'm gonna comment right now.
Yes, please.
I'm gonna reply to. I can't reply to Lee. I can only do that if.
Emily, much like you, I'm very white and would be very interested in mayonnaise slices.
I feel like if I just I'm gonna claim the idea on their page right now. A friend and I just had the idea for mayonnaise slices and spaghetti sauce slices. They are our ideas now. Don't steal them. P.S. Feeling the hype for these slices. Gonna grill up
I love it.
some burgers this summer with them. Anything else you want added?
No, that's good. They're gonna laugh at the spaghetti sauce, but the first person that puts it on lasagna is gonna be on a whole nother level. You know what I mean?
Jeff, they're not going to laugh at either of these ideas. And when they put them into production, all you and I have to do is get a good lawyer.
When he's gonna start rolling in.
Best wishes, Sean. Sound good?
Yeah. Perfect.
Post comment. I would also like to encourage all of our listeners to back these slices so that this company does well and that they try to steal our idea for mayonnaise slices. And by our idea, I mean Jeff's idea.
Thank you, Sean.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I like to give credit where credit's due. We're going to use that in the court case.
I love how you signed up. Best wishes.
You know, I've been doing stuff like that on work emails, and it's gotten a so-so response where people in person will be like, "Hey, you know, because I do like, I hope you're feeling the weather, comma, Sean."
Yeah.
I had another, the coworker be like, you know, you can just say like thanks, or I was like, nah, I'm spicing it up. Oh, keep it spicy. That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Sean, keep checking back because it looks like Team Slice often responds.
The guy
to
often
these
responds.
Comments.
The guy often responds. Emily is too busy fucking innovating.
Cutting those green peppers.
She's too busy innoventing.
Real innovator.
I wish I could reply to my own comments to just start listing sauce types. Green pepper slices. Oh wait, no, those are a thing. Candy, no transitions. This week we ate Raisinets. How'd you like them?
I really like Raisinets.
Yeah.
Even though they're raisins covered in Nestle chocolate.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't like Nestle chocolate, right?
Yeah, but the stuff they put on Raisinets, I'm into it. I don't know what it is. Can't help myself.
It is different. It's like a softer, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like a softer chocolate.
A little sweeter, or maybe the raisins help it.
It's the sugar-filled raisin. Because, see, this is where I'm approaching it from. If I want a tasty sugar snack, I might as well just eat plain raisins. Raisins covered in chocolate, a little bit overkill for me.
That's disgusting. I could eat like 40 Raisinets in a sitting, but I could maybe get like
big talker.
10 raisins down my gullet before I'm like, I never want to eat another raisin.
They're so sweet. They're basically sugar.
So you think that these are overkill?
They were a little. They were really good. They were really good, but it was a little overkill for me too.
Yeah.
I do like the chocolate. I don't have the problem with Nestle chocolate that you do.
Yeah.
I'm not the candy connoisseur though. I'll defer to your judgment. Maybe their chocolate is bad, but
it is. Except for the stuff they cover Raisinets in. They should make all their chocolate out of that.
they should just put raisins in all their chocolate.
They also have a very weak Wikipedia page. It's not a stub article, but they said it needs citations for verification. And it says the historic origins of chocolate-covered raisin are unknown.
Whoa.
Whoa. Ooh, however, most early references tend to originate from the German-speaking regions of Europe.
Uh-oh. Around what year, Jeff? Wasn't the early, mid-1900s, was it?
It does not say. Ooh. Raisinets were introduced in the United States in 1927, though.
By the Blumenthal Chocolate Company. And Nestle bought them.
No,
Maybe they keep the original chocolate recipe for this one thing.
that would be great. They should steal that and use it. Well, they own it now, but they should take that and use it for every other chocolate they make. For something that look like little animal turds, they're delicious. They're not going to win any beauty contests, the raisinette, you know?
Yeah.
Raisins are all wrinkly and dry and gross.
It's just a fruit. It's... What's the matter with you?
Once they dry out past grape, I can't. Is that what raisins are? Grapes.
Yeah. They're just dried up old,
Yeah.
shriveled up old grapes.
How do you think they pick the grapes that are going to become raisins versus the grapes that are going to be good and tasty to
Well,
eat?
let me tell you, if you're picking raisins for something, you got to start with its prime material.
Yeah.
You got to pick a good grape.
It's got to be a good grape. You don't just these aren't just like the reject grapes.
Oh, no, the reject grapes are the ones that you sell as grapes.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
People don't know what a good grape is these days, huh? Too busy texting while driving.
Do you prefer raisins or grapes, Sean?
That's a tough question. I do like the moisture, the water in grapes. Especially if I'm eating sometimes I'll eat just like baby carrots, some Triscuits, and some grapes as like a dinner.
Okay.
And
It's a nice little
don't
plate.
laugh at me. It's really good. You know, I do.
I believe
I'll have
you.
I'll have some iced tea and some maybe some bran flakes with it.
Yeah.
It's really good. Sometimes I don't even need the iced tea if the grapes are juicy enough, though. Sometimes I don't even need them. Just eat a Triscuit and then pop some grapes in there.
Wow. Really wash it down. You green grape or a red grape guy?
I don't discriminate.
Oh,
But
really?
yeah,
If you see them though, you don't bother checking them out, picking them up.
I guess
Grab whatever grapes close.
I guess I like the red grapes better.
I see. I think green grapes are a little tangier. You know.
Right.
Is that true?
I don't know. I just didn't like how you said it. You getting turned on? It sounded like you were getting turned on.
There's neurotoxins in these raisinets. They're really getting me worked up.
National Chocolate Covered Raisin Day is on March 24th,
What?
2012.
Oh, it was one day.
I was gonna say, I don't
annual.
know. I guess it's just a one-day type thing. I don't know. I can't find anything about whether raisinets were put in soldiers' packs for World War I or II. Here's the thing: it makes me feel like they were given to spies, and
Yeah.
this information has been blacklisted. We're not allowed to know it.
Soldiers, they're just eating and getting nourishment, as they can on the field. But spies, they're standing on corners, handful of raisinets, shaking them around, popping them in their mouth, try to look cool.
Yeah, I agree with this assessment.
Yeah.
Spies, maybe deep cover CIA agents, using them all the time.
Trying to look for bad reviews of them on on Amazon.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of 5-star reviews on every website I look at. That's crazy.
People love raisinets.
So I'm seeing here on NestleUSA.com that raisinets are actually polished to make each one shine.
Who polishes them?
Well, they're made by machine. Yeah, you'd love that job, wouldn't you?
You're a little raisinet polisher.
In the early years, raisinets were made by hand in small mixing and polishing pans. A load of 350 pounds took approximately 90 minutes to coat with chocolate, and an additional 60 minutes to polish. You're waiting 2.5 hours for, 350 pounds of raisinets is
Worth it.
That'll cost you $22. It doesn't tell me who polishes them or why. Maybe robots do it.
I mean, it would have to be, right?
Ah, here's an answer to another question. Raisinets are made with a special type of grape
Oh, shit.
and proudly made in the USA.
Proudly.
So they're made with Thompson seedless grapes, all of them grown and harvested in California's Central Valley. They've got a little nod to communism here. Every man, woman, and child in the United States would receive 17 raisinets if the amount made in a year was shared with all.
Whoa.
Just so you know.
That's not nearly
Yeah,
enough.
just so you know. Jeff, you can have my 17. If when they distribute Necco wafers, I get your share.
That's fine. That's fine.
But we can't let anyone know because what we just did was
Yeah.
we engaged in capitalistic trading on a free market.
Uh-oh.
I didn't see any regulators nearby when we made that deal.
Well, it might be a bad deal, though, for you, Sean, because they also keep talking about how they're full of antioxidants. They're raisinets. They're good and good for you. It's a hashtag they add on Twitter.
Yeah, but Necco wafers taste basically like medicine, so diseases will know to stay away from my body. Where are you going to place them?
These top of the shelf.
I'm going to say middle of the road.
Oh. All right.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. I just don't think that...
I mean, you like chocolate.
Yeah.
You seem to love raisins. Can't stop talking about them. You piece of
Okay, but
shit.
I like
And yet these
I like
are
slices of
middle
things,
the road.
and I like ketchup, and that's not a guarantee that I like slices of ketchup.
What if they made these Raisinets and they squished them into slices?
I don't know. Show me that Kickstarter. Have you ever seen an ad for Raisinets?
No, I
I
don't
don't think
so.
I have either. How do they sell them? Is this like a circus peanut style? They just appear. Oh shit! They make dark chocolate ones. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I might like those.
Pretty good. They must be getting some crazy DMs here at Raisinets though, because they got at this guy. Sorry to hear about your upset stomach. Please contact us.
What are they in bed with Pepto Bismol?
I don't know.
Here you go.
I ate a bag of Raisinets. Now I got a bubble tummy.
All I've been eating for weeks is Raisinets, but I'm still not healthy.
I eat Raisinets. Now I've got the runs. I just thought someone should know. I never used to get the runs.
Instead of talking to my doctor, I tweeted at a company. Welcome to the terrible future. I am an idiot.
That person's just looking to get free Raisinets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right, exactly, yeah.
If we really made him that upset, he wouldn't be going after it. But
I opened the box of Raisinets and a bunch of maggots crawled out, but I ate them anyways because there was a guarantee. Now I'm going to tweet at you because it's your fault somehow. God, I hate people. Well, I was hoping to end this podcast on a high note, but you really dragged me down there.
I'm
We're
sorry.
talking about maggots in the box of Raisinets. Why would you do that? But that guy has bubble tummy. You know what kills me about that? I would like it if people tweeted companies to complain about their health problems that are usually self-inflicted, and then the companies tried
Yeah.
to help them. If the company would then tweet what the result was,
Yeah.
like, "Hey, just helped out Jeremy. He's feeling great."
No diarrhea for 3 days.
At Jeremy Raisinet Lover. Yeah. If they were giving me like personal health secrets about these people who
Yeah.
complained, like that, first of all, that should be legal. Second of all, it should happen all the time.
Well, I haven't checked Raisinet's Facebook presence, though.
Well-
So maybe they've got that stuff on there. Boom.
If they don't, I mean,
Roasted.
Facebook has all your data, so
Yeah.
Facebook knows.
Oh, my God. I know we've been running long, but I wanted to add another segment in right now.
Yeah,
Is
no,
that okay?
squeeze it in. Yeah, we're almost at 2 hours. Let's add a fourth segment right now. This is a great time for it. Please continue.
Is it okay?
Do you have a jingle?
No.
I have one. Welcome to the terrible future. You are an idiot. Is that good? Can we use that?
Maybe we'll make it a two-parter. I don't know, but I just have to get this off my chest.
We're not making it a two. This episode has not been fire enough to make it a two-parter.
I think maybe it'll be a long episode. I don't know. Remember back, in the early days of the episodes where you talked about how much your grandmother loves you, and your grandmother probably loves you more than my grandmother loves me.
It definitely does, but please continue.
So Easter's coming
Oh,
up.
this is the segment.
Yep.
Okay. It's Good Friday
Yeah.
right now. Please continue with your segment that is going to blow us out of the water. It's Easter on Sunday. It's Easter coming up.
So my sister is
Which one?
created a Facebook event, the one that lives near
Okay.
you, for having people over on Easter.
Yes.
And I was looking at, the who's who was going to be there.
Yes. Wise. Always look at the guest
And,
list before you agree to attend.
right.
I always do that.
And I look at the guest list, and obviously it's all relatives
Yep.
who are friends of mine on Facebook.
Classic.
And my grandmother, who used to be my friend on Facebook, but apparently is no longer my friend on
Oh,
Facebook.
shit. Oh, fucking grandma locked you out, dog. What happened? What'd you do?
I don't know. Why is it my fault?
I'm pretty sure a grandma doesn't fucking unfriend her grandson for no reason.
I don't know what happened. And she's never mentioned it.
So you're gonna go find out on Easter, though, right?
I don't know. I'm too passive aggressive to do this kind of confrontation. Okay.
She's
The
your
last event.
grandmother.
This is the same grandmother that last summer called me a sissy at a family reunion. Okay.
All right, so she's clearly still with it.
she Very spry.
No
very
dementia
spry.
problems here because she's got
Yeah.
your fucking number.
Does your grandmother have a Facebook?
Not that not that I know of.
No. Okay. Just wondering, like, how you felt about, if you were friends with her. Or
I'm not
Facebook
friends with any family.
Yeah.
I've actually been thinking about unfriending some people who are friends with my family, just because who needs that?
Right. I went as far as to look at her friends list and, like, siblings, aunts and uncles, cousins.
You really went snooping on your grandma.
Strangers.
Probably what she was trying to avoid.
Yeah.
What'd you come up with?
Friends with all of them.
Wow.
Friends with all of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know we used to be friends because I used to see posts by her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not like I post to Facebook often.
Do you think it was me?
that's something where
Do you think it was the stuff I post on your wall?
I don't think so.
Yeah. It'd be pretty great.
So,
Fucking hedging you
like-
out of your relationship with your grandma.
so it's not something like where she saw a post and was like, yeah, that's too much of that. Because I, like, post maybe twice a year.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
So she had to be like, you know what? I got time for this.
Yeah.
And then just unfriend me.
Yeah. She was waiting for you to, like. She probably figures she can get all the relevant information by being friends with Holly. Is she friends with Holly?
I don't know.
You gotta check that shit out, dog. Check it out.
All right, let's see. No, my grandmother. It's interesting. Yeah, well, how many mutual friends does my grandmother and I have? Let's see. 20 mutual friends. So 20 relatives
Yeah.
she's friends with. I just hope maybe you'd shed a little insight or, like, ideas, but much like the last person I told, they assume it's something I did.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like why would she just do it for no reason?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think she would.
Oh,
Not that I know her.
you know what?
I don't.
You know what? Hold on.
I'm holding on, and it's
The
just
plot thickens. Hold on.
unbearable.
She's got 2 Facebook profiles, and I'm friends with one of them.
Why does she have 2?
I don't know, but they seem to have the same amount of information and same friends.
Well, obviously they don't have the same friends. So you think one's like for just like people, and one's for really close family that she cares about? I wonder
Maybe.
what one you're
Maybe.
on.
Well, all my relatives are also friends with both of her pages.
So a friend up the other page.
I don't know how long she's had this other
It
page.
doesn't matter. Your grandmother shouldn't have to make the first move in an online friendship thing. You go to her. Hey, Grandma, I want to be friends with
right.
you on Facebook. Boom.
Right.
Done.
I'm gonna add her. It's gonna be real awkward at Easter. Okay.
How is that going to be awkward?
I don't know. Boom. Friend request sent. Okay. Now I have both. I'll have both my grandmother's Facebook pages. I'll be friends with, if she wants that.
Well, now you get something to talk with her about at Easter. Who's the sissy now? I friended both your Facebook profiles with only a slight prompting. Yeah, I was hesitant at first, as though friending someone on Facebook's a big deal.
But they both seem to be updated fairly regularly with similar shit.
Alright, so?
So what is she doing?
I don't know.
What's her problem?
It seems like some kind of scam, right?
Yeah. Like, I should report one of these to Facebook as a fake, but I don't know.
You should. There's your conversation starter.
Isn't it gonna be worse if I report my grandmother to Facebook as a fake?
No.
And she's like, no.
Clear it with her first. Hey, Grandma, I see you have 2 Facebook profiles. Why? And if
Yeah.
she doesn't give you a good reason or refuses to give you one, you go, all right, I guess I'm going to
It's
have to
me."
report one. Do you hear that, Grandmother? I will report your Facebook page.
Yeah. I'm gonna report the one I'm not friends with, if that's okay.
Yeah.
And if she has any hesitation, it was purposefully to keep me out.
Yep.
The 2 would make sense if, like, one stopped like a year ago, and then she just started adding to the other one. But they both have posts from similar time frames. Doesn't make any sense.
She's
to me.
on that next level grandma shit. Okay?
She is. She's gotta be.
There's something going on where some friend of hers she's friends with on one thing and she doesn't share certain things because it would make her friend mad there or something.
Oh.
You know how sensitive grandmas. Okay. Well, you don't know because you're not close with yours, but
I'm close. I'm friends with at least one of her profiles.
Yes, that's not close. 50% is not close. What's her Instagram like? She got 2 of those?
I hope she's not on Instagram because she has not reached out to me on Instagram.
Your grandmother should not have to make the first move in an online friend situation.
I'm a millennial. I'm already on these platforms. If she's gonna come join these platforms, she gotta let me know. I'm not gonna go.
You gotta be
searching,
on Grandma
See
Watch.
if Gam Gam's on Instagram.
No.
You know what I mean?
Gotta be on Gmail Watch.
Hashtag Instagram. That's a new app.
Yes.
Instagram for grandmothers.
Thank you.
Trademark.
Let's get that up. Let's get that up on Kickstarter. All right.
Well, I don't know if that was worth it. I just had to get that off my chest.
I was
You know,
just.
I feel
I
better.
don't know if you've got the time, but I was thinking about adding another segment to the podcast.
Oh, please. What's your idea?
It's just going to be me reading from the dictionary. I was just going to start alphabetically,
Gotcha.
and we'll see how many I
Gotcha.
can get through in
Yeah.
like 10 minutes. We'll just do 10 minutes each.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Each time.
So I just needed your opinion on it, you know, and it came out better. You had me do a little research and found out. I feel better that I was at least friends with one of her pages, you know.
Yeah.
But I guess I'll go fuck myself.
No, it's not as good as you being friends with both of her pages.
You know, I thought she unfriended. I've been thinking she unfriended me for days, Sean. Days.
How? Why? Because
Okay.
couldn't you just look at her thing and see her name?
Well, I don't go on Facebook. I went on that. There's a separate app for the events, and I went to see who was going, and I was like, friends. And then my grandmother, the little add button. I was like, whoa, okay.
Okay. All right. This has been the Heads Up Podcast with Jeff and Sean. I'm Sean.
I'm
If
Jeff.
you want to email us, if you feel as angry as I do about these Kickstarters, it's headsuppod@gmail.com. We have a Twitter and Instagram. Both of them are at headsuppod. If you want to buy merchandise, there's a merchandise, and Jeff is going to throw the link at you in 5, 4. Really got to pad out this episode time. 3, 2, 1.
Headsuppod.darthless.com.
Thank you. What else? What else do we have?
Um,
Jeff is going to be appearing at his
Yeah.
sister's house for Easter to find out if his grandmother wants to be friends with him on both of her accounts on Facebook. So
yeah, listen, you know,
be there.
I go to Easter, make friends. Yeah, be there, be
Be
square.
there, be square. I'm going to be appearing later tonight at a fancy restaurant to eat probably some fish. Haven't decided. Probably going to have to pay $50 for my meal myself. I'm going real fancy. Thank you. This is the Heads Up Podcast. I'm Sean. He's Jeff. And we're popping off.
Toodles.
He was getting a little weird around the Raisinets. He was maybe too into them.
You're sick and you worked out. I stayed in bed.
No, I'm not actually sick. I said I was sick of your bullshit. It was a whole joke.